Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're diving into something a little bit different and a whole lot of exciting. NeverWars, a bold new comic series from AMP Comics that's laying the foundation for a full-fledged board game experience. So join me as we explore the fractured realms of Oz, Neverland, Wonderland, and beyond, where the lines between hero and villain aren't just blurred, they're shattered. So what if your favorite fairy tales weren't just bedtime stories, but battlegrounds? NeverWars is set in a broken multiverse where Oz, Neverland, Wonderland, and Fairyland all collide, tied together by a devastating war that begins in the trenches of World War I. As boundaries between realms crumble, a much darker force begins to rise. AMP Comics has created something truly unique here. 3 issue number 1s, each from a different character's perspective. You can start your journey with any of them, and no matter which path you take, the stories eventually converge. In issue 1A, you meet Dorothy, a nurse in World War I who's swept away by a tornado back to war-torn Oz, where old allies have changed and the lines between savior and sorceress begin to blur. Issue 1B introduces Georgie Bird, a young British soldier who is the grandson of Alice, who chases a rabbit into no man's land and emerges in a corrupt Wonderland, now ruled by a familiar and yet terrifying face. In issue 1C, we have Peter Pan. He is a German reconnaissance pilot whose plane is ripped from the sky by Dorothy's tornado, landing him in Neverland, a place where he no longer can fly and must confront a darker destiny. As the series progresses, Dorothy fights to save Oz while slowly succumbing to the Jabberwock's corruption. The Scarecrow becomes her battle-hardened ally, the Lion leads a resistance, and the Tin Man, well, he's long lost his heart. Peter learns a chilling truth. Every pan eventually becomes a hook. When Tinkerbell is captured, he forms an uneasy alliance with his former enemy to rescue her, only to discover a devastating secret about her fate. And in Wonderland, Georgie faces his grandmother, now transformed into the Red Queen. With the help of a lucid Mad Hatter, a loyal Dormouse, and even a tame Bandersnatch, Georgie searches for the one thing that can kill the Jabberwock, the legendary Vorpal Blade. And that Jabberwock is the ultimate antagonist in this story, a shape-shifting force of chaos that feeds on conflict. It does take human form, but its true form is a monstrous dragon-like beast. The terrifying twist here is the more the heroes resist, the stronger it becomes. As one character says, the more we fight, the stronger it gets. These worlds of NeverWars are deeply interconnected. The yellow brick road continues beneath the ocean of Neverland. Wonderland's looking glass acts as portals across realms. Fairyland floats above them all, guarded by Jack and his giants. Characters cross between stories, forging unlikely alliances, and discovering they're all pawns in the Jabberwock's game. And by the time you reach issue 8, all 3 storylines collide in an epic, realm-spanning battle. But they accumulate in a moment of peace, a Christmas truce inspired by the real-life 1914 ceasefire, reminding us all that maybe the real NeverWars are being fought in our own world. So you're probably asking yourself, Mark, what does this have to do with board games? Well, now this dark fantasy tale universe is coming to your tabletop. In development now, NeverWars Battle for the Realms is a 2 to 4 player strategy game where you'll fight for control of these legendary kingdoms. And here's where it gets even truly unique. Every character card has 2 sides, good and evil. Dorothy can become the Wicked Witch, Alice can turn into the Red Queen, and Hook may redeem himself or fall even further. These transformations will change a character's abilities, alliances, and impact on the board. You'll never know who you can trust, and you might even flip your own character for a tactical advantage. Victory can be earned through traditional conquest, expand your territory, gather artifacts, and defeat rival players, or players can just set aside differences and form those fragile alliances to stop the Jabberwock before it consumes everything. So, do you help another player, knowing they might betray you, or do you sacrifice your strongest character to stop the corruption? Every turn forces a choice between domination and salvation, mirroring the central tensions of the comic story. And throughout the game, you wield artifacts like the Vorpal Blade, form shaky alliances, and face impossible decisions. Will you rule the realms or risk everything to save them? And most importantly, will your battles only make the Jabberwock stronger? NeverWars begins in the comics with 3 different doors to enter the story, but the battle continues on your tabletop. From page to play, the war never ends. The comic series launches nationwide this June, and while no game publisher has been officially confirmed yet, AMP Comics has secured a first look deal with a board game publisher powerhouse. They could be the perfect partner when the game is ready. Whether you love strategic gameplay, dark fantasy tale twists, or both, NeverWars looks to be a battle worth joining. Alright folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and this is just an early look at these comics and the story, and a teaser for the upcoming board game, which I can't wait to get in hand and show you. I will be doing a preview for that as well. So this was all to get you hyped up for it, to check out the story, see what you think, but for me, I really enjoyed these comics. I love the artwork, it's really well done. They did a fantastic job there, but I think my favorite of the stories is the one with Peter Pan. At least I can't wait to see again how this crosses over into all the others. So this was definitely a unique take on these fairy tale worlds, and it's something worth checking out. But folks, ultimately, if it does look like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it from me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.